Welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into, well, the really complex legacy of former Rhode Island Governor Edward D. DiPrete. He recently passed away actually on his 91st birthday, July 8th, 2025, and our mission here is to unpack how a leader's career can be defined by, both significant achievements and a really shocking downfall. You might think you know the name, but his story is more intricate than just one headline. So let's set the stage. He was born in Cranston, Rhode Island, July 8, 1934, the same date he passed. Got his BA from Holy Cross, served in the Navy, retired as lieutenant commander. Pretty standard, solid background. Then he moved into politics, Cranston School Committee, City Council, and then mayor in 1978. A steady climb.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating is that leap from mayor to governor, becoming the 70th governor in January 85. He served 3 terms, 2 years each, so until January 91. And sources consistently point to, relative economic strength during his time, plus really high public approval, so people
Like him.
Oh, very much. He cultivated this everyman persona. Genuinely, there are these anecdotes like him parking his Winnebago near the State House.
A Winnebago. Seriously.
Yeah, apparently to sleep there during a snowstorm. And serving supermarket fried chicken to guests, things like that.
Wow. That's
It really set him apart. He was seen as this charismatic, populist Republican.
in Rhode Island, which is pretty solidly Democratic.
Exactly. That's what made it kind of remarkable. It speaks to his ability to connect, or at least project that connection.
So that relatability was key, beyond just policy.
I think so. People felt he kind of got them. And to be fair, his administration did oversee some tangible things, investments in infrastructure, education, like new school projects, things people could see.
Right, things that likely boosted that populist appeal. It sounds like a real high point for him,
It really was, built on that public trust.
which makes the next chapter even more jarring. Because just a few years after leaving office, 1994, he and his son were indicted. The charges were serious, accepting almost $300,000 in bribes to steer state contracts.
A huge amount. And the legal saga itself was complex.
Yeah, the charges got dismissed initially, 1997, something about prosecutorial misconduct.
That's right, but it wasn't over.
No, the state Supreme Court brought them back, reinstated them. Must have been a roller coaster.
Definitely. And it all culminated on December 11th, 1998. He pleaded guilty, not to everything initially charged, but to 18 counts. Bribery, extortion, racketeering. Serious stuff.
Racketeering, too. Wow.
Yeah, basically admitting he ran things improperly. He admitted taking over $250,000 for giving out favorable contracts.
And the consequences.
Well, part of the plea deal was that his son wouldn't be prosecuted.
I see.
And DiPrete himself. He served about a year in a work-release prison setup.
Work release, so not full lockdown 24/7.
Correct. Allowed out for work or approved activities, but still incarcerated. And maybe the biggest lasting blow, financially and symbolically, his state pension was revoked.
How much was that?
Around $50,777 a year. Revoked in November 99, and the courts upheld it.
So he remains the only Rhode Island governor to actually serve time.
The only one. It's a stark part of his record.
It really is. And thinking about his record, it's interesting. When he was released from prison in 99, he said something quite telling. He hoped, quote, historians 25 years from now will say that was a good period.
That quote really captures the whole issue, doesn't it? That duality. Because objectively, his administration did oversee economic prosperity. Those education and infrastructure projects were real. They happened.
Tangible achievements.
But, that legacy is just, it's irrevocably marred, as sources put it. The corruption, the prison time, it's unavoidable.
You can't separate the two.
You really can't. And apparently, in his later years, he often spoke about both his accomplishments and his contrition. He acknowledged both sides.
So we've really walked through this profound duality in Edward DiPrete's life, public service, popularity, then this huge fall from grace that absolutely marked the state's history.
And reflecting on his journey, it really raises a big question for you, the listener, doesn't it? When you look at a figure like DiPrete, how do we reconcile those significant achievements with such a deep betrayal of public trust? What does his story tell us about the weight of that trust?
It's definitely something to chew on. Makes you think about the complete picture, the highs and the lows that make up any public figure's true historical record.